I recently spent an entire weekend with a childhood friend, and then catching up on our lives, she told me about someone who she was seeing who wanted to get married. Now, I didn't say that he popped the question. He just told her he wanted to get married. Now, this friend is not only a good person, but she has a career, big bank, the home, and the car. And the more I listened to her talk about him, I had to tell her that he sounded like a guy who saw opportunity. But guess what? I wasn't the only one. And why not? Because this guy didn't pass the vibe check, in terms of anyone who heard about him. And the thing is, with us women, there's something about these men that has us hesitate in the beginning, but then our emotions get involved. We may overlook it, but vibes are vibes. And the concept of the vibe check is your way to gauge compatibility and connection. And often, those who know you can sometimes look at a potential partner and tell if it'll work only because they're being more logical about a situation. There's no emotions involved for them. Healthy, long-term relationships are about more than physical attraction and the initial compatibility. It also includes aligned values, aligning two people's lifestyles and emotional well-being. Because if you're with someone who doesn't have emotional intelligence, for example, you're going to be worn out. So before you even reach the point where your friends are looking at this man sideways or stomping him with an X in their minds, you should be filtering who you have in your life. You should be questioning how a man will fit into your life and not the other way around, because it's your life, and at the end of the day, you will feel the consequences of making a bad choice, and then the same friends will have to hear about it. So here are 5 key indicators that suggest he might not pass the vibe check. The first, and this was a check mark in the situation, he wants to move in. One of the first signs that someone may not be a good fit is if they have this desire to move in with you when you don't feel you all have reached that point. But he simply, it's because he can't afford his own living expenses. So the motivation behind this request matters. If his primary reason for wanting to live with you is financial strain, rather than a genuine desire to build a life together, it does raise red flags. Living together shouldn't be because of financial necessity, especially when it comes to the man's part. You don't want to take on the role of financial provider as a woman, because this is definitely going to lead to resentment over time. The second thing is he has unstable employment or makes half your salary. Another thing to look at is definitely his employment stability. If he's changing jobs often or earning significantly less than you, this may signal that this man can take on taking care of a woman. While we can face challenges in our careers, ongoing instability, it is going to affect a man's self-esteem. So how will he be able to financially take care of you if he's not financially stable? Then the responsibility of bills is going to fall on you. Financial disparities also create power imbalances in a relationship. If you find yourself in a position where you are the primary breadwinner, you as the woman will feel the stress. And a man should be striving for his own success and stability, contributing not just financially, but also emotionally and mentally to the relationship. The third is your friends don't like him. So we all know this is subjective, because while you choose to date or marry the person, it is going to impact you, and so it will impact your relationships. Your social circle can provide valuable insight into the health of a relationship. So if your friends or family express concerns or outright dislikes your partner, I think many women ignore this and regret it, but it's worth paying attention to. Friends often see things from an outside perspective, as I said before, and can detect red flags that you may overlook due to your own emotional attachment. And when we have good friends in our lives, they want to see us with someone good. Why? Because they care about you, and also because they will have to interact with this person too sometimes. So when you have more than one friend who seems to feel uncomfortable around a man, or they notice negative behaviors, it's a signal to reassess the relationship. Your partner should at least know how to get along with your friends, and a partner who doesn't mesh well with your social circle may want you to isolate yourself, ladies. Which, as a woman, I'm telling you not to do. Isolation and not having any time to keep in touch with those in your circle puts you at a major disadvantage. Let the man see that there are people looking out for you. The fourth reason in terms of not passing the vibe check is your family or children don't like it. Again, family dynamics add another layer to the vibe check. If your family, especially your children, don't like a man, I think this is a serious thing that you should not take lightly. Family disapproval, it stems from various reasons. It could be personality clashes, different values, or instincts that warn of potential harm. And children are particularly sensitive to the energy of those around them. If they express discomfort or resistance towards your partner, it's crucial to consider their feelings seriously. Me, because I have a friendly child, if he met and didn't like someone, that wouldn't pass the vibe check for me. You have to know when to not go further with someone. And for me, protecting my child and having him be in a safe environment is the priority. Creating a peaceful family environment has to be there for a healthy relationship. So just know that not taking into account the opinions of those closest to you can lead to problems down the line. You might ignore adult family members' opinions, but children who rely on you for safety and guidance, you should consider their opinions. Finally, when it comes to not passing the vibe check, a man doesn't if he has more to benefit from the relationship than you. Yes, I said what I said, because this is one of the clearest indicators that he doesn't pass the vibe check. Relationships should be mutually beneficial, especially when we as women end up doing so much. Some of us may work, then when we come home, we take care of the house and the people in it. So if you feel like you're given more, whether in emotional labor, financial support, or overall effort, it's time to reconsider the dynamic, because a healthy relationship thrives on reciprocity. And when we as women find ourselves sacrificing our own needs and well-being for a man's benefit, he's probably not the right partner for you. So, in paying attention to these 5 indicators, his desire to move in for financial reasons, unstable employment, negative feedback from friends, disapproval from family, and a one-sided dynamic, this can help you make a better decision. It's about finding a partner who makes your life better, not someone who complicates it. So trust your instincts, value the input of your loved ones, and prioritize your emotional well-being so that you can quickly recognize the signs that someone is not the right fit. Not may not be, but is not the right fit. Because we're being decisive about the men who we give access to our lives. Men and people in general in 2025. Thank you for watching today's video. Please click the like button to support my feminine platform and subscribe to be part of this community.